Influence of lapse rate on the weather. As I told you that lapse rate is the condition of temperature whereby the increase of heat, there is a decrease of temperature by 0.6 degrees centigrade per 100 meter. But you have to remind yourself that this temperature 0.6, as your teacher of Form 1 told you, was just a normal, but the temperature can be rising above the normal or below the normal. Hence, if the winds or the temperature is taking place on the air surface, can cause for influencing to happen on the air surface. For instance, the wind, if is rising and pass above the normal lapse rate, which is dry in nature, it can cause for the windy stability. Therefore, here you have to determine the influence of lapse rate on the weather. When the adiabatic lapse rate is lower than the surrounding, and you have to remind the surrounding or the temperature which is taking place most of the time is the normal one, which is 0.6 degrees centigrade. But when the adiabatic lapse rate is lower than the surrounding, which means the winds or the air is rising below the normal, which is wet adiabatic lapse rate, to 0.3 degrees centigrade, the following weather condition can be happening. Hence, the warm and the moist air become brighter than surrounding and they are forced to rise in atmosphere, creating the process called atmospheric instability. Okay, you have to remind yourself, when the air is rising and is no longer to pass the normal because of denser, or the air is consists of dampness, that's why it's called wet, the following condition will be happening. And this process is called the atmospheric instability, because the following functions or things will be happening. Example, atmospheric instability is consisting of the following conditions. High, more humidity or more humidity can happen because the air is consists of dampness. That's why it's wet in nature. It can cause for the humidity to take place. This humidity refers to the dampness or amount of water vapor in the air. And wherever will be more humidity will cause the second factor or phenomena, which is more cloud formation. The first one is more humidity, but the second one is cloud formation. Because wherever will be high concentration of humidity or dampness of water, after this humidity to be saturated to each other and condense, can cause for the formation of cloud formation. If the cloud formation have been taking place, can lead third phenomena. The third phenomena is precipitation, occurrence of precipitation or rain. When the cloud formation have occurred, therefore even precipitation or rainfall will be occurring on the air surface. Another or the fourth phenomena that taking place due to the rising of the air and take place below the norm, which is 0.3 degrees centigrade at the wet adiabatic lapse rate, can cause for the formation of small general temperature change. General temperature, this is the day temperature. For instance, when the rain have been happened on the air surface, even the temperature will be changing from high temperature to the low temperature. When adiabatic lapse rate is greater than the normal, what is the normal? The normal is 0.6, and most of the students is just using calculation, mathematics calculation in geography, as 0.6 degrees centigrade per 100 meter. But there is the temperature can rise above the normal, which is dry in nature. And the dry adiabatic lapse rate is when the air is less dense and it is easier to be carried out with strong winds and they can be pushed up above the normal. Hence, when adiabatic lapse rate is greater than the normal, it means that the dry air cool faster than the surrounding air. Hence, it become less dense and it will be easier to be carried with strong wind up to the above the normal. The surrounding air, hence, it is become more dense, less dense, and when it is expanded, it is rise and cool faster. Hence, it follow against the air surface, creating the condition called atmospheric stability. Because the air is just rising and above the normal, and it is dry in nature, therefore, will no longer to cause for the formation of anything, because it is dry in nature. There is no any dampness, humidity, or cloud formation will be not made up. Therefore, the following are, this situation is called atmospheric stability, and the following are weather phenomena of atmospheric stability. There are low amount of dampness. I mean, here there is low humidity because the air was dry in nature. That's why I've been pushed up above the normal. Because there is low humidity, even the cloud formation will be small in nature. Hence, the second phenomena of weather atmospheric stability will be small cloud formation because of low temperature. And because cloud formation is nothing or is small, therefore even precipitation will be low precipitation or rainfall. Another phenomena is large Juno temperature. Because there is no rainfall, even the temperature of the Juno or day temperature will be highly, or large Juno temperature changes. From 1 hour to another hour, the changes of temperature will be highly because there is no dampness of air cloud formation or rain formation. Apart from that, there is another subtopic of which can be found to the temperature. This is called the temperature inversion. Temperature inversion is a geographical term used to describe the situation whereby the temperature of atmosphere increases as the altitude increases. When we was describing about the layer of the vertical structure of atmosphere, I told you that at troposphere there is lapse rate, but at stratosphere there is temperature inversion. And I told you that temperature inversion is just the opposite of lapse rate, because lapse rate is the increase of height or altitude with decrease of temperature by 0.6 degrees centigrade per inch or per 100 meter. But temperature inversion, this is the situation of increase of height with increase of temperature. The following factors will observe or will be described, and will describe or will understand yourself that why the temperature as you go high there is increase of temperature, and mostly is occur to the area of stratosphere and to the thermosphere at the layer of vertical structure of atmosphere. Temperature inversion can occur in different level. In high level, especially to the area of stratosphere or thermosphere, and the low level which occur on the ground surface or to the troposphere. Therefore, the level of temperature inversion can be high level, which can be occurred to the area of stratosphere and the thermosphere, but low level is taking place to the area of troposphere. Causes of temperature inversion, especially to high level, ozone gases and the atomic oxygen gases, which is mostly take place to the area of stratosphere and to the area of take place to the area of stratosphere and to the area of thermosphere. But according to the low level, at the cause of temperature inversion, there is re-radiation. You have to remind yourself that re-radiation is the opposite of radiation. Radiation is incoming of sun rays, but re-radiation is the returning back of sun rays from the Earth's surface. For instance, the sun rays have been passed from the ozone layer and they transmit on the Earth's surface, but after to reach on the Earth's surface is just returning back. And wherever is returning back to the high altitude, even the altitude is increasing, even this temperature is rising up because of returning back or of re-radiation. Therefore, you have to remind yourself that re-radiation is the situation of returning back of sun rays or radiation. Another causes of temperature inversion which take place to the low level, which is to the troposphere, is advection. Advection is a part of wind system or meeting of two air masses. When the wind is just deflecting from one place to another and they reach to the obstruction, when this wind will be attached to this obstruction, it will be rise up, even if the altitude is increasing, even this temperature or this air will be rising up. Therefore, advection, this is the deflection. For instance, when the air is dry in nature, will be, after to be attached to the obstacle, will be forced to go upwards, even if the heat is increasing up, even this temperature or air will be rising. Therefore, increase in heat with the increase of temperature or air. Another one is the meeting of two air masses of different characteristics. For instance, when there is two air masses meeting to each other and they is coming from different direction. For instance, one is dry in nature and the other is cold in nature. Because dry wind or air are residents, after to be colliding with cold air, the dry, because of residence, will be rising up. Will be rising up even if the heat is increasing. Therefore, increase in heat with the increase of temperature or of air because of dry. Because the cold is denser in nature, will be impossible to be forced with dry to go upwards. Therefore, the dry air will be rising up even if the heat is increasing. Another causes of temperature inversion is anabatic wind. Anabatic wind is the kind of wind that is deflecting from valley to the mountainous or from lowlands to the top of mountainous. Even if the heat is increasing, even the temperature is rising up. Therefore, when the air is moving from the valley and is rising or climbing the mountainous, therefore, that is called temperature inversion, because the increase in heat with the increase in temperature. We no longer is the temperature in nature, or we no longer if it is cold in nature or hot in nature. Classification of temperature inversion according to level of occurrence, which is high level temperature inversion and low level temperature inversion, as I described before. According to the causes, there is anabatic temperature inversion and meeting of two air masses. And there is according to time of persisting. This kind of temperature inversion can be persisting at a short period of time or temperature inversion and a long period temperature inversion. The last subtopic of temperature as the element of weather is called temperature heat budget or solar budget or constant. When we was describing about the importance of atmosphere, I told you that there is a word called heat budget. And I promised you that I will describe more or in detail in this subtopic, which is called heat budget or heat constant or solar budget. Solar budget or heat budget is a geographical term used to describe radiation whereby there is heat balance in all parts of the Earth's surface in such a way that no any part of the Earth overheated or overcooled. Therefore, heat budget is like to the equilibrium or balance of the Earth's surface to avoid the area to be overheated or overcooled. As you know yourself that an organism cannot live to the area of heat or cold, is just living to the area of normal, which is no more heated or no more overcooled. Types of heat budget. Heat budget is categorized into two parts. That is the horizontal heat budget and the vertical heat budget. Horizontal heat budget is mainly done by wind developed currently. Wind from tropics is transferred to the polar cold regions. For instance, when you draw our Earth, at the center there is the equator, whereby there is high temperature. Hence, according to the horizontal, the wind from tropical areas is just flowing to the area of equatorial, so as to reduce the temperature or the high temperature which taking place to the equator. And the winds from the equator, which is warm in nature or heat in nature, is rising or deflect to the polar region, so as to avoid the overcooled to that area. Hence, the winds from tropics is deflecting to the polar. The winds from polar is deflecting to the equator or to the heat areas, so as to avoid overheated. And the winds from equator, whereby the high heat or high temperature is deflecting to the polar region or area, so as to avoid overheated. Vertical heat transfer done through radiation or convection. When the sun rays come on the air surface of the sun rays are absorbed by cloud to prevent the air surface from being overheated. For instance, when the air surface is heated in nature, heated or warm in nature, therefore the cloud formation or ozone layer can absorb some heat from the thermosphere, so as to avoid to the air surface to be heated. But when the air surface is cold in nature, therefore the cloud formation and the ozone layer will be distracted. The ozone layer will be distracted, so as to allow the penetration of sun rays to reach to the area of cold or to the area of coldness, so as to reduce the coldness. Another, according to vertical, is when the area is overheated or heat in nature. Therefore, the temperature after to be coming, when the temperature is coming on the air surface, and most of the temperature will be returning back to the air surface, that process is called re-radiation, so as to reduce the temperature or the heat which is available to this area. According to these terms, vertical heat transfer done through radiation or convection. When the sun rays come on the air surface, some of the rays are absorbed by cloud to prevent the air surface from overheated, and the radiation which is come on the air surface to prevent the earth from being overcooled. Therefore, in order to avoid overcooled, for instance, the air surface is cooled in nature, therefore the cloud formation will be absent, even the ozone layer will be distracted, so as to allow penetration of heat, so as to avoid overcooled, in order these sun rays to penetrate or to reach on the air surface, so as to avoid or to reduce the coldness.